just to know. All right, let's just begin. All right, even if you don't have a mat, stand up and just start to move your body. Let's roll those hips. Add a smile to the face. We are home. We are safe. Wherever we are, let us all be safe today. Reverse direction. I found some music on YouTube that hopefully Facebook will not deem as being against copyright. So it's very mellow, but at least I think it's not going to get tagged and turn off my volume. All right, last round. And let's come back to center and just start to do the same thing with the hands, right? Sway the hips perhaps at the same time and move your fingers, move the wrists. Winter in Hawaii is upon us and we are having a wet one. Mother Nature is enjoying all of her fluids. Let's lift up those hands. So keep wiggling and lift them up. We'll bring our feet a little bit closer together. And we're gonna buckle the knees a little bit and stretch right side higher. Hopefully you are seeing this as right side. If not, just whatever side you want to extend. And then let's switch sides. I wonder if I could teach an entire class and not even say right or left, and then just either follow along or do whatever side, right? Because does it really matter? All right, let's come to center. Lift both arms all the way up and spread the chest wide. We will stop the arms at shoulder height. So here we are. Really reach out and away from the body. Can you firm up your quads? Feel your feet press a little bit more into the mat. Right, take a breath in. Exhale it all the way out. Lower the arms at the same time. We're going to reverse those arms. Inhale, reach them out, but keep going. Lift them all the way up. And exhale. Let's expand the chest, the torso in all directions. Just by lifting the arms all the way up and out on the way down. Good again. Good morning, everybody. I cannot see who's here. Hopefully there are people here joining me as we just get our bodies up, moving, ready for the day. Last time. Guide your hands behind the back, interlace those fingers. Let's go ahead and pull the arms away, drop the shoulders down. You're going to not break, just a slight tuck of the tail. It's really a pulling in of the abdomen, right? And a lifting of the heart. You can play with the head. Keep breathing. Audible exhales and inhales. Last round. Hands go to the low back, you pull your elbows forward. It's just a counter pose. So we want to compress the chest and open up the back. 2 breaths. Releasing the hands, standing tall. Let's go ahead and move those arms up again. On an exhale, we're going to take a swan dive. Get us closer to the earth. From here, grab your blocks and just bend and straighten one knee at a time. You want to feel how tight the back of the legs are and around the hips. This should feel like a nice hip stretch. Maybe even let it come up along the waist to the armpit by pulling those hips back as you draw the arm forward. Just switch sides. As we come back to center, take your hands to your thighs, so above the knees, and let's do some backward shoulder loops. In this position, if this is too hard, go ahead and take a chair pose and do it. If you can be here in this half lift, make sure the low back is nice and extended, that it's not rounded, the tail is not tucked in. It is flipped back and up, and we're just carving big circles with the shoulders. As you bring it forward, you can alternate one at a time. All right, let's go ahead and take a half lift with airplane arms. Let's see if we can get the head and the shoulders as high or as low as those hips. Reach out to the side, bend the knees even more. Start to feel your belly come in contact with your thighs. Take a breath. Lock those shoulders away from the ears. On your next breath in, let's stand tall. Let's go. Inhale, lift all the way up. All right, palms are gonna touch. Lower them in front of your heart center and sit into a chair pose. So here we are in our chair. We're gonna bring our hands forward, and we're just gonna kind of rock that body back and forth. So arms of your choice. Warming up those legs. As you look down, just make sure your knees are not wavering in or out. They're smoothly gliding front to back. And you can pick that range, right? You don't have to go to a certain level, right? Maybe right there in the center, whatever, right? Feels successful, feels doable. Again, purpose here is to warm up the thighs. We'll switch it up here. We're gonna go for a little spring action, so down and up, not all the way up and not all the way down. Find that sweet spot. Okay, keep going. I'm gonna check to see if somebody answered my question, because I can see that there's some writing on here. Did anybody answer my question? No, nobody answered. I don't know how to work this thing, but I was hoping somebody would answer my question. Is my right? It's okay. Here we go, keep going, hope you're still doing it. It was the spring action here. Let's do one more time. I really like it when I can feel like my right and my left glute, like try it. Feel one a little more than the other, and then get both of them to work together. Let's be strong. Stand tall, inhale all the way up, reach high, and swan dive. Inhale, half lift. Hi, Kiona, if you're still there. Wow, long time, no see. I hope all is well with you. Let's go ahead and bring our belly to our thigh, hang our arms, and just shake it out. So we have this nice firm connection. The knees are bent so much that there's weight behind us. We don't feel like we're gonna topple forward. And that allows us to just relax the eyes, feeling comfortably rooted and relaxed. All right, from here, blink those eyes and we can roll to standing. So keep the knees bent, tuck the tail, tuck the chin, and come on up one vertebra at a time. Once you get tall, we're gonna resume those backward shoulder loops like we were doing earlier. Give this upper body just a chance to really get all that tightness, all that stickiness, and start to dissolve it. So much tension in this area. Good. Turn your palms out, reach those arms, lift them up. Take a swan dive. Right, find that half lift. Grab a hold of your blocks. Let's go ahead and step our right leg back. So we're in that runner's lunge. Move the blocks underneath your hands. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Push your back heel down and go ahead and curl your body into that front knee. So you should be feeling that stretch in the front leg, maybe even the back calf. But if you curl it in, you're probably feeling that front leg maybe a little bit more. Take a breath in right here. On your exhale, bend that front knee and allow yourself to soften hips to earth. Look at me, I'm wiggling my back foot, giving my hips more space. Up to you. Inhale, push, lift. This is a breath in, right? Curling, face to knee. And exhale, runner's lunge, hip flexor opener in the front. Keep going. So did it really matter which leg you sent back, right? We were talking about that earlier. just get one leg back if you can keep track of it. I'm going to try not to say right or left, but just, you know, we're going to balance, do the same thing on both legs, so hopefully that's the goal. Doesn't matter which leg goes back first. Last round. Can we end in that straight front leg? So here we are, and we're going to curl it in. Hike that back heel up. You should be able to see it with your eyes. Hike that back heel up so that back leg is prepared to be active. From here, inhale, torso and a half lift. Put a bend to the front knee and step that back leg forward. At the front of your mat, go ahead and do some organic movements. Then we get to sit in a chair. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna knuckle sweep our arms down, whoosh, and rise. Come all the way up, get nice and bright. And let's do some side bends. It doesn't matter, take a side bend. Doesn't even matter which way you go. You can match me or not. Flow with your breath, that would be beautiful. So exhale on that side bend. Let's come back up to center. What I want you to do here is cactus your elbows. As you do that, you're gonna lift your heart. So you're gonna push your heart forward, right? And you're gonna also hug that low belly region in and open up, kind of hear the little burp, the sternum, the throat, the face, and exhale, bend the knees, pull those upper arm bones together, forearms together, and round. Back and forth we go. Do it again. Last round. Inhale, let's grow tall, and take that swan dive. Half lift, grab those blocks. It's your other leg. For me, it is my left leg. So it's the other leg that we have back this time. And we're gonna do the same movement. Hands underneath shoulders, straighten that front leg, and curl in. You can push your back heel to the ground. It's not gonna touch, it shouldn't touch. Make sure your legs are that far apart. Exhale here. Back and forth. Right, this beautiful kind of smooth, breath-fed movement encourages our body to be in a more relaxed and yet a more whole state of being. So present, paying attention, right, to all the small signals the body is sending us. It's a great place to be. And just absorb all the information. Check in, take notes. We're going to do another round. We need to stay in that straight leg. So let's go back there. Here we are, straight front leg. This time we are going to push that back heel to the, oh no, we're going to hike it up. That's right. And we're going to get it ready. Take the torso into a half lift. Put a bend to the front knee and step it forward. Here we are. Utilize your blocks as hand extenders and just move a little bit. Maybe it's a hamstring stretch. Maybe it's just catching your breath. Buckle both knees, drop the hands. I think we did take a chair last time, so let's go ahead and do that. Lower those hips, find your chair pose. When you're ready, with that nice big breath in, exhale, let's go whoosh, down and all the way up. Get tall, get vibrant. Right, we don't need to do side bends, so palms together, low in front of heart. And so at this point, we should feel a little bit more warm. We've gotten everything sort of waking up, and we're trying to connect all of our parts and pieces. Right, so hopefully, right, do that check-in, do maybe a body scan. Hopefully you're feeling pretty good. Hopefully, thumbs up. Standing at the front of your mat, hands in front of heart center, close the eyes. And just find a breath, exhale, breath in and out. Open your eyes, lift your arms all the way up, and let's dive. Go into the half lift. Find the hug, bend those knees, grab the blocks. You're gonna take one leg back. I'm going right again and knee to earth. As you take it all the way down, release those toes and let's scooch that left foot forward and bring the hips. So notice my hips have come forward. Where did my head go? It's kind of the same place, which means I'm holding it back. The hips went forward, but I didn't come here, right? You can even get a little bit more upright if that's okay. Put pressure in that front leg and sweep the arms all the way up above you. If you can grab one thumb, right, and give yourself a nice arch back. You don't have to do this. Make sure it feels okay and that you have a strong presence in that front leg. Breathe. Melt those elbows. You can bring the front knee into more of a bend if you want. Inhale. Sweep those arms. Push back. Exhale, whoosh, melt. Let's do it again. Inhale. Last round. All right, let's grab those blocks, bring the hips back, take a child's pose. Open up those knees, settle the hips back. Right? I'm not going to demonstrate it. I'm going to actually turn on my ceiling fan. So child's pose. Sway your hips from side to side. Come back to center. Tabletop pose is next. Stacking the joints, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Let's inhale, arch the back, lift the chin, cow pose, exhale, cat pose. Right, this class is basically for my yoga students. I'm not going to over explain anything, right, because you're probably my student already. If you are just taking a gander, looking in, please just note movement of the body should feel good to you. Make sure you don't do anything that would harm yourself or trigger maybe a past injury. Proceed with caution is what I'm saying. Maybe get doctor's note. We're just here to feel better, people. Nobody should feel worse after this class is over. Last round. Walk your hands a little bit farther forward. Let's tuck all those toes. Lift the knees for a downward facing dog. Calf stretch. Push one heel to the earth. Hang head. Give it a gentle shake. Spread your fingers and push the tips of all the fingers into the air. So it's 10 divots pushing down. You're going to feel your forearms. Maybe it feels a little painful, but that's your forearms lighting up. So supporting the joint of the wrist, right where the hand meets the arm. We want to give it support, and the best way to do that is activate the fingers. All right, let's make sure our left foot is down on the earth. Inhale, right toes high to the sky. Draw your heart towards your knee. You can even bend that standing, the one that's on the ground. Lift those left toes up and really stretch and reach toes to the sky. Lower the leg all the way down. Nice floating glide. And get ready to switch sides. Here we go. Inhale, left, or it doesn't matter, whatever leg. Reach, reach, reach. Heart towards thigh. Bend the knee if you want. Last breath. And lower it down. Open up your stance, toes pointing out. Bending both knees and walking back. Malasana pose. Again, I could give all the warnings, right? I could give all the warnings to everybody. Be careful. Kind of if you know, you know. You're here if it's worthy. Don't be here if this does not feel good to you. when we go to stand today, let's have a little fun, right? We're all in our own homes right now. So as you release those elbows and you know that this is something that you can do, start to come up, but really take it slow. Let's go ahead, people. Take it slow. Got to kind of fight through that part that just wants to shoot up to standing. Can you just drip, drip, drip all the way up? Can ya? Shake, shake, rattle, roll, shake, shake, rattle, roll. Push through those feet. Squeeze the quads, squeeze the butt, and stand tall. Good job. That's how you should feel after that, like, woo, a little stressful. That's how it should feel. And then we get to move a little organically. Let's do that now. Let's do our standing twist. A nice, beautiful swing of the body. You want to make it a little bit more Tai Chi, right? You would take your hands, one thumbs the chest, the other thumbs the kidneys, I do believe. Boom, boom. Last round. All right, shake it out. I'll stop straddling my pillow. All right, let's go ahead and do a couple of warrior poses. To the front of the mat we go. Again, it doesn't matter which leg, just keep in mind which leg you use. Let's take our hands to our hips. Small bend to the knee, pick up right heel, slide foot back, spin heel down. Hips are gonna face the short edge of your mat. Arms go wide. As we lift them up, we don't want to lose all of that energy from below. So think about from the feet up, squeeze quads. You can do that little mula bandha, right? That little Kegel action there, and just start to elevate your spine from that strong muscle contraction at the base of the spine. Back leg is strong, front knee is bent, and you're breathing. It's been a long time since I've done humble warrior. So let's see, I think I remember humble warrior. Arms, you know what, since nobody's in class, you can just opt out, right? Hands go behind the back, I believe, so we go chest expansion first, right? Drop those shoulders, lift the heart, but you still have all the body engaged. And to be humble warrior, I'm gonna turn my body a little bit. You're gonna bring, so this is same shoulder as front leg forward. So slow as you go, right? And you're bringing your body down. So again, this is not something you need to do. I don't think you have it open to the camera like I'm doing right now. I think it just kind of comes down here. Challenging yourself. Strong base. Again, back leg is just as important as the front leg. Take another breath. Now, if it's okay, release the fingers and sweep the arms forward. Energize, lift all the way back up. You're in warrior one once again, but now we transition warrior two. Let's go. Take it into that nice big open sideways torso position. Bend that front knee and breathe. You get into that nice big position and then you try to find some place to sit in that feels comfortable. Yes, there's a lot of work going on. Yes, I feel a stretch here. Yes, my legs are turned on, but my breath and my mind are. Let's reverse it. Take it back. Where do you want to look? Up is always looks beautiful in a picture. I prefer looking down, more grounded, more rooted. Let's straighten that front leg, go back into warrior two. Arms, turn the palms to face forward and then tip. Try to tip, don't extend. Just tip, tip, tip. Truly, you can do it however you want. Just think about this compromising. The more we get into there, the more hip replacement you need. So put space into this hip and stay here for your triangle pose. Down, my favorite, or you can gaze and look up and challenge yourself. Another breath. Bend that front knee. Go ahead and bring your back arm, swing it down. Pop that back heel off the earth. Boom. Hands to earth. Bend knee, step. Here we go. Back at the front of your mat. Give yourself some of that juicy movement of your choice. All right. chair, because we should. Take a breath. Exhale, knuckles sweep down, whoosh, and rise all the way up. Let's go, stand tall. Ooh, feels good. Arms are just gonna go out to the side and lower down. We gotta do the other side. You ready? Should I face the other way? Yes, I should. Take a breath in. Exhale, oh, lift the arms. Let's go, swan dive. Half lift. Hug. Oh, we did it differently. It's okay, slightly different. Use the blocks. So it's your other leg's turn. You're spinning that back heel to the earth. We did get in very differently. I think we stayed standing. Sorry about that. Let's go. Warrior one. You're facing your short edge of your mat. Maybe that means you're facing the camera and arms are up. The one thing you don't want to do when you're trying to follow someone on video is have the camera me somewhere that you're having to turn. You want to be able to see, right? Limit your head turn, limit your body turn. It's obviously going to throw our balance off. Back heel is dropped, right? Fingers are reaching all the way up. Take one more breath before we start to find chest expansion. Interlace those fingers, lift the heart. You could stay here. You do not need to take that version of humble warrior. You can stay right there, or start to guide yourself. Breathe, steady as you go. No falling. Right, does it count if no one sees you? Well, I bet your body says yes, so pay attention. Last breath. You're gonna release those fingers, sweep the arms. As you lift all the way up, we're changing warrior two. Let's go, open it up. There's a foot change in there. There's more width between the feet. Active legs and take up space. Adjust, fine tune. Notice all your parts and pieces and where you're at. Last breath. Let's reverse it. Stay in warrior two legs. Take the arms, look up, look forward, look down. From here, we straighten that front leg, get ourselves moving as we tip, tip, tip. So I feel this really strong pull in the front leg because I want to keep my hips here. I want to keep my hips from cocking back. So I lift up and in and just, right, extend the arms. And it might look weird to you on camera, but I'm telling you, my body's working. I know this isn't an elegant, oh, I'm in triangle pose, but this is a safe and amazingly difficult position to hold. So try it. Last breath. You're gonna bend that front leg, the back arm sweeps down. Pop that back heel up, step it forward. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a little bit wider stance. Big bend to knee, belly to thigh, grab opposite elbow and hang. Maybe you just want to feel like for 3 rounds, you're just expressing, like letting all of that that's inside that needs to come out, open door access to getting out of the body. All those toxins, all those words unsaid, anything you've been holding on to, now's your time. All right, let's go ahead and make sure that we can step backwards on our mat. Use your blocks. One knee goes down first, then the other knee goes down. All right, we're gonna bring ourselves into another child's pose. Right, this time maybe it's an extended child's pose. Hands are far in front of you. Invite that sway, that juiciness, that side to side movement. It's a really interesting thing to do these videos. I'm teaching to you guys, but then in your mind, you're like, I'm teaching to whoever's watching. And it can be a really odd, weird space for somebody who is not, I didn't pick going into broadcasting. I didn't pick a job where I was going to be on camera being quote unquote seen by many. So It is a really weird place to be. It kind of can mess with your head a little bit. So bear with me. Sometimes I literally just feel like, okay, stick with it. Like, it's hard not to go into that mind space that's judgy to yourself, right? All right, so we're gonna do a shoulder opener. Doesn't matter, I'm gonna pick this arm because it's closer to the camera so you can see it. This is my left arm in real life. So I'm gonna lift that arm all the way up, and I'm gonna flip my palm to face up and sweep or thread the needle, bring it down until I come all the way to my shoulder. I also like to turn my face and catch my temple. Now I'm gonna scoot my right arm forward. So that's important, I guess, in this one to know my right and my left. Now, a lot of people like to stay up on that shoulder and twist their body to the right. I prefer to get a different type of stretch. You can certainly do whichever one you want. I turn down towards the earth, and I feel like I can get a really good left delt stretch and a right armpit and thoracic stretch. So your choice, however you want to do it. As always, another breath. Your hips should be over your knees. That's going to give you the best opportunity to neutralize the lower part of the body and focus on the shoulders. Shouldn't be too much pressure on your head. Make sure that your forearm is catching some of that weight so we're not putting undue weight into cervical spine or the neck, right? So as I draw my right hand back, I'm already going to pull weight behind me, get off my face, bring it in, and take the arm back out. You can lift it up. People like to lift it up, wiggle those fingers. Eventually it is going to come back down, and you're just going to add your sway, side to side. I promise you I have a video that the space that we were going to be in was super flooded, because of course it's now not raining. It looks kind of blue skies, a little crazy, but the floor was way too wet. I have video proof. If I need to post it or get it to anybody, I have it. Can't please everybody, but hopefully people are able to watch this online. I'm sorry we didn't have class in person. Okay, other arm, lift it up, turn that palm up, thread the needle. Down to the shoulder, down to the face, get adjusted, make sure your hips are over your knees, and then check in. Again, I go a little different route. I don't open like some people like to do. You can. I go down, breathe. I will say this is a way more intense shoulder opener. So maybe it's not for everybody. The belly button is in a perfect position to be sucked up and in, so encourage that to happen. Again, we just want to neutralize the lower body, get it out of our way, out of our consciousness, put it on like standby. Not too much weight in the head, you should be able to lift it up pretty easily. Good, another last exhale, whoosh. As we start to bring that extended arm in front of us back, push to the earth and lift. You can get that arm all the way up, right? And then eventually back and down, sway those hips. Let's go belly to earth. To do that, we need to, I want to make sure I'm on my mat all the way, so I adjust backwards. Just get your tum-tum to the ground. Let's go ahead and widen the stance between the legs. Let's diamond shape the arms. Take a moment to rest. While you're here, you could just jog or jostle your heels wider. That might feel good. Jostle, jostle. You could also pick up your feet and do a gentle little sway. Full range of movement, if that's okay. Side to side. Keep your head center if you want to take away any undue stress to the neck. Come back to center, and we're going to press the top of the feet into the earth. As you elevate head, bring your fingertips together right about underneath your nose. Push the earth, swing your elbows back. We're in Sphinx pose. So look at the alignment of my elbows under my shoulders. Hopefully it's a straight line. Here I press my strong feet into the earth. I shrink my kneecaps up, and as I do, I'm gonna hug my belly in. Do your hips need to come off the ground? Not necessarily, but this is the power you want. And then what you're gonna do is roll your heels out to release any gluteal engagement. As you soften the hips to the earth, you're gonna push through your forearms and bring your heart forward. This is very tricky. Compression in low back is real here in any kind of back bend. So this is your counter. It's this strong lower body that's gonna help to take away any compression in the low back that you can't handle. So make sure that you feel this strong, and don't overdo it. Roll those shoulders back and just go into some version. Doesn't have to be, I don't even think I could take that really flexible looking version. This is, and I start to feel it in my low back. It's like clink, clink. So I just really say hi and come back out. You could rest here, you could be here. Anything that's gonna straighten, elongate low back. For those of you who love your cobra pose, you can hang out there and just start to swivel the head, the neck, side to side. There are those who enjoy this pose a lot. All right, let's come back to center, go back into a resting state. Use your feet or not to sway, or just stay still. I think one of my biggest goals in life would be to feel just completely 100% authentic, no matter who I'm around, what stage I'm on. You know, I think I'm getting there, but it's just so hard to erase from your mind. Ugh. Anywho, top of feet down. Let's take our hands wide, right? Wider than our face. And as we press, or as we take our hands that wide, to the edge of the mat, drop your elbows. And we are not going into a back bend. It is a back extension. So you're gonna tuck your chin, you're gonna press the top of the feet. You can still roll your heels out. And I want you to feel like you bear just enough weight on those forearms to get your ribs off the ground. Shoulders away from ears. Let's have that happening. So it's like you've created this long line, and yes, your head and shoulders are off the mat. So there is a lift, but this is more of an extension. It's a strengthener, both front and back side. Because we're pressing down the elbows, watch it. Those shoulders probably want to come forward. So pull them back behind you. Take another breath. And then guess what? We get to rest. Let's go. Rest. Turn your head to one side if that's okay. And this time bring your hands backwards by your hips. And let your shoulders melt. If this hurts your neck, right? Switch sides, or don't keep your arms here. Go ahead and put them in a better place for you. If you fill your belly with breath, it'll also put space into the low back. So try that. Maybe let's bring our hands, keep our neck straight. Take a big breath in and push the belly into the mat. You should feel this, right? It kind of lifts and opens. If there's pain, that means you have triggering going on in low back. Last one. Okay, we need to come off of the mat. So let's bring our hands into fists next to low ribs and stack our elbows. Strong arms, let's go. Push, lift, tuck toes. Another child's pose variation. Pretend your hips are playing the piano right now. A slow melody side to side. Keep those keys moving. Let's come back to center, blink the eyes, lift the hands. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it onto our back. As you're setting yourself up, if you want to take a little water break, you could do a time check, which is what I'm about to do. I have no idea what time it is. I couldn't find my watch. So we're gonna lie on the ground, face up. Start moving in that direction. And let's see how much time we have left. Okay, we have about 20 minutes left. Hope everyone's hanging in there. Have you gotten distracted? Has the mailman come by? Right? Did the dog need to go out to the bathroom? Are you still here? Let's go ahead and bring the knees into the chest. Just roll side to side. Sometimes people talk about having second breakfast, right? But we could also have second sleep. So if you're starting to feel pretty mellow and you want to just close your eyes for the rest of the practice, you could get 20-minute nap in right now. Undisturbed. You could tell your family you're busy doing yoga, but really you're just restoring your body. That sounds pretty awesome to me. All right, hips back to center. Let's extend one leg forward and down. The knee that is still into the chest, start to move it to the midline and get a nice outer hip stretch. I love two hands. One hand is bringing the knee over, and the other hand is literally, you can't maybe see it, but I'm rubbing the area that I'm wanting to release. So it's like a little bit of a supported stretch, right? I'm like, oh, it's okay to let go. And then let's switch sides. So when I take the knee out wide, if my groin is tight, I can touch it there, or I can actually just use this hand to keep my other hip down on the ground, whatever works. You can add some movement here. Really, most of you, I love it in class when most of you just start doing your own thing right now. Like you're like, Dad's doing that, but I'm feeling this. That is like huge approval from me. I love it. So permission granted to start addressing your body or follow along, you know, it doesn't matter. We'll take a twist. I'm keeping my knee bent. You can straighten it for full body if you want. In this type of twist, I do pick up my head in the same direction as the leg and then lift up my shoulder. Last breath. All right, we need to adjust our body. Straight line. Grab the back of the leg. Start to gently, slowly circle the ankle. Reverse. Switch it up, flexing and pointing or flointing. Whatever. I've definitely been feeling a little bit more ability to cramp in the bottom of my foot recently. There it is. See, I'm not doing that on purpose. Ow. So, only way it really comes out is by manually taking it out. Ugh. So flointing, much better. Flex, floint. Flex, floint. Just give it a couple more movements or maybe start shaking it now. Shake, 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 shake. Nice. Knee into chest and foot to earth. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Let's lazily grab your opposite hand and take a moment. Close the eyes. You could also just move your hands to your belly. Rest your elbows. Big, heavy sigh out. Bring our left knee into the chest. Send the right foot to the front edge. You're starting to do that midline to outside edge. I like that slower movement at first and that secondary hand to help assist. Did you think I had fallen asleep? I was pretty content, so maybe I did almost fall asleep. Hope everybody has a safe day. Hope everyone has a good day today. I know the Aina needs the rain. We are certainly getting a lot of it these days. Time for indoor activities, I guess, more than outdoor. Last round. Let's go ahead and take that knee over midline of body for a twist. Make those adjustments as needed. We're going to come back to center. Adjust your body line. Grab the back of the leg. Move your foot. You can do a cramp check on this side. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Jeez. Oh, jeez. The body's fascinating. Give it a shake, 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 shake. Bring the knee into the chest. Lower the foot down. Sweep the arms up and overhead. All right, let's blink the eyes. I know we can't fall asleep just yet, or I shouldn't. Let's go ahead. And we're going to do something a little weird. I know we've been stretching, so bridge pose wouldn't necessarily seem like something that would be in a stretch, but let's try to see if we can make it somewhat of a restorative ending of practice movement. I don't expect you guys to have blocks. If you have blocks, use it. If you don't have blocks, just lift up your hips. Scoot your shoulders under a little bit more. You can interlace your fingers, right, and get your hips up. So you don't need to scream those hips to the sky. We're not up here like starting our practice. If you want to, some of you are like, Deb, I want a more vigorous practice than you're giving, then squeeze and, you know, have a little bit of fun. This is what we were doing the other day. We were up on our toes and we were coming down and lifting up. Move the hands, squeeze, right? So this is totally acceptable. You could be here. You could have those blocks set underneath the hips, right? You could have the blocks and you could just be relaxing, however you want to do it. Let's just give ourselves an opportunity for a inversion, right? Hips are higher than heart. Think of it like that. Must also be the music we're listening to just makes me very mellow. Obviously, this is I do listen to music at nighttime, so my mind's like, is it bedtime? Are we going back? Second bedtime? Last breath. Bring the hips to the earth. All right, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex the foot and grab a hold of the other leg for a nice butt stretch, sciatic stretch. It is super peaceful here, which is adding to my quiet tone, which maybe is not a bad thing. Last breath. Before we move on to the other side, same leg, let's do a quad stretch. Right, so you're gonna you can take this leg away, guide your foot out to the side, bring your inner thigh to the earth. Just be careful of the knee. Again, my students have heard all of these warnings before. So if you are not my normal yoga student and you are participating along, please just be available. Be your own protector, your own guide, and don't do something that is hurting in a joint. Joint pain is never a sign to keep going. It is a sign to back off. Last breath. And gently bring that leg up. And plant it down. Now we get to do a butt stretch on the other side. Let's go. Two more breaths. All right, let's go ahead and start to take it into that quad stretch, foot out to the side, knee forward and down, squeeze that quad. Stay here. Stay here. Oh, we still have like 6 minutes left. What are we gonna do? Should we just do a long shavasana after this? I don't think you guys can type to me. I don't see anybody typing. Oh wait, John, I'll be right there. John's watching. Oh, Patty. Oh, that's so cute. Thanks, guys. So you said right leg back, but I see left. Okay, well, it could be that, so if you're not seeing this as my right hand, then it's switched. Hi, a couple of you for watching. Good job. Thank you for the heart. You're doing your quad stretch, right? Hi, Patty. I'm just doing this class right now because my real class is canceled due to rain, although it doesn't look very rainy outside now. Let's take a peek. That's what it looks like outside. But the floor at where I teach is outside, so it was very, very wet. Can you see the ground again? Okay, good. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take our soles of feet together. I am like this, so if you have blocks, I would be placing the blocks to support the legs. Here we are, hands crossing over ribs. I might end class a little early. I mean, you can just hang out where you are and I will just fade away and you can just stay on your mat. For those of you who are already itching to get up and go do something, I would try just maybe 10 breaths here. Just give yourself 10 breaths before you cement that your practice is over. We want our practice to bleed into the rest of our day, so give yourself that grace, that ability to change your mind on whatever it is that you have scheduled today, and maybe you could do something slightly different. Give this moment a chance to blossom. Stay as you are. End your practice with whatever words, whatever movement, whatever thoughts that you can not just give to yourself, but perhaps replicate into the world today. To those of you I've seen recently, I love you. To those of you who I haven't seen recently, I love you. May we all be blessed today. Namaste.